Hey everyone, so I want to take this time, make this video, and announce that I'm just going to start a new series, right? Where I'm practically just going to start defending my hobbies from the extremely stupid people on the internet, mostly Twitter, but yeah. So if you don't know why I'm doing this and everything, let me give you some backstory real quick and some personal stuff before we get too far in this. So anyone who doesn't know, I do gaming on my main channel, which is linked in the description. I play all sorts of games. I play whatever I feel like and have no problem playing whatever, right? Um, in my past, I am a person who suffers from mental health issues. I have depression and bad cases of rage. I'm also a victim of child abuse. I was abused by 3 women growing up, okay? Subjects I don't talk about because no one's going to fucking help me, let's be honest, okay? But the only things outside of my pets and my family, the only things that ever kept me going were anime and gaming, right? Practically stuff that helps me accept that life's a bitch and move on, right? But for like the past few years, I've been noticing that gaming has just been under attack over like a lot of false pretenses or false accusations or stuff that if I asked for evidence, I know they couldn't give me, right? So I'm at this point, I'm fighting back. I'm defending my hobbies, and I want to fucking attack back with proper education and knowledge. And anyone who wants to debate me, feel free to get hit me up on my email. I'll link down in the description. We can talk about it all day. If you're one of these people that does dislikes, not leave a valid comment, or if you make a response video and don't tag me or let me know about it, just remember, okay, you're just a dog. I have no reason to be fucking like acknowledge your existence. If you're not brave enough to talk to me directly, then I have no reason to waste my time with a peon like you anyway. So let's get into the video. So when I go to defend my hobbies, I like to bring up facts and logic that people are fucking stupid about. So in this one, we're going to talk about this topic of racism. Now, in real life, I am a white person. I will openly admit that racism is a bad thing, and even though I don't tolerate any unnecessary hatred, it's the problem. The problem is that it's a thing, right? And I get it. But what I really hate is when people bring stuff like politics to my hobby because it never is a good thing, right? So to give you an idea why I'm making this video about racism, let's put it like this. As you see on the screen, right? This is a character that I play in Black Desert. I made a dark elf, okay? Now, anyone doesn't know, dark elves is one of my favorite, I guess, fantasy races or whatever, right? I don't know what people call them, right? A dark elf is practically one of the most unique classes because you don't see a lot of people play them, regardless of what you think, right? Like you don't see a lot of people play them, and that's all. And since they were like one of my favorite fantasy races, I was going to play it, right? About 2 or 3 months ago, right? And I don't share DMs, so I'm sorry with that, unless I'm trying to put someone behind bars. But like 2 or 3 months ago, I got hit with a few messages from Twitter, right? Now I don't know if these are actual people or they're bot accounts, but I'm just going to take it at face value and say that they were actual people, right? And they were labeling me racist or misogynist or whatever because I play a dark elf in a fucking MMO, right? Now, let me tell you some of the arguments that they use on me, and let me explain why they're just extremely pointless arguments, right? So they're saying that it was racist because I was playing a black character. What made it racist? Because I'm controlling a black character, which is one of the weakest and dumbest arguments that I have ever heard for something that's supposed to be like serious, right? So they're yelling at me. They're just saying like it's fucking. Now, if I ask how did that make it racist, right? Because I'm not controlling a black humanoid. I'm not controlling a black person. I'm controlling a dark elf, which is one of the dumbest fucking things I have ever fucking heard, right? And they go like, well, it's the same thing as a black person. Like, technically, that's wrong, okay? Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of people like these assholes who leave these DMs to me. They don't do proper research on media, right? If you do research on media on dark elves, you find out that they have some media's have them way worse than what slavery was, right? And before you say, oh, how I say that, keep in mind, okay? So when it came to slavery, was people were taken against their will to do something that they weren't supposed to do or not native to their culture. That's practically what slavery was, right? In some medias, right, dark elves are treated as you kill on sight, you hunt down and exterminate. And in some rare cases, which this is going to have a trigger warning word, so beware, where they are technically captured, raped, and treated as nothing more than animals you can fuck. Okay? I'll be the first one to tell you that. I have seen these medias. That's why I like Dark Elves a lot, because they have some of the weirdest backstories. They're practically the most human, non-human thing you can find in fantasy, and that's why I'm so attracted to them, because it's just so cool. But it's like something that looks human, that's not human, and you want to call that racist. That's really fucking stupid. And so after these people realize that they're not going to win the argument, right? They do the whole thing to block me, call me something terrible, but don't give me proof on what I did was terrible. And so I'm starting, like, I think a couple days ago, I started looking up stuff where people said some of the most dumbest fucking things ever throughout my hit out through gaming. Right now, I never took time to go see people's arguments and stuff. Right, a lot of the things I see that were bad against gaming was always something like on my YouTube or on my like my Facebook or my Twitter feed that I read for like this one screenshot, then I move on. But now I'm just like, since I'm trying to defend my hobbies now, I'm now going on the attack. So here's the things I want to talk about that I thought was. Okay, so we're going to start with the first one here, and that's Barret from fucking Final Fantasy. Now, you wonder what made Barret racist and everything. So he's practically your basic stereotype, right? And I looked through this article, and like, it's a really unique layout. It's a good backstory, because I do think the character's good and everything, right? The issue that I saw, like, people said about Barret, like, what made Barret racist? Well, he was supposed to be a stereotype of African American, supposedly, which is extremely fucking stupid, because let's be honest, most of the time when you bring up African Americans in a fucking JRPG, they're usually that Jinx looking fucking shit, whatever. But yeah, people, I'm like, and the thing is, like, you say, like, it's like you say it's stereotypes. Here's the question I want you to answer yourself, right? If he's a stereotype, here's the issue, okay? He's the most father figure character we have ever seen in video games. I will defend that to my dying breath, okay? Barret is a fucking father figure, okay? Now, keep in mind, if you want to be racist about it, let me be able to put it like this. You have to remember, he's a father figure, okay? This game originally came out in the 90s, okay? Remember that stereotype that's actually somewhat true of black dads abandoning their kids? I know kids who had that happen to them, right? Barret was a father figure, okay? They are technically better because they played this fucking game. It's not like it makes any fucking sense for you to label it racist when the character does have a good world consequence. Like, it's fucking stupid. And this is why I tell people all the time, like, I hate when you bring personal opinion into an argument, because the problem is 95% of the time, your personal beliefs never are based in fact. They are usually based in some form of ignorance. Another thing I won't bring up to here, and give me 1 second to get to it. Okay, so if you like what you're saying, I'm gonna link the channel where I got this let's play from. I'm muting it and everything, but if you want to see it, I practically will have a link in the description, right? But Resident Evil 5 was a one that I thought was really stupid when it came to like arguments, right? So they went around saying this whole thing of, well, practically, I think I should clear this up first. In Resident Evil 5, you had to take care of the zombie plague out in fucking Africa, right? And people labeled it racist because you were killing a bunch of Africans in the game because it took place in Africa. Now, there's a few issues with this, okay? If I play a game that's set in Africa, right? And the first thing I see is a bunch of white people or a bunch of Asians or a bunch of stuff that's not a black person, I'm going to claim that's racist because it's supposed to be African. And also, you're saying you're shooting black people. Yeah, okay, yeah. I give you credit. That might be true. But keep in consideration, they're technically zombies. They're technically dead. They technically don't have a fucking argument. So why are you trying to label it racist when they're technically already dead and you're mercy killing them at this point? I know that sounds like a bad thing, but they're zombies, okay? You ain't doing them no favors by keeping them alive, right? And it's also about, like, when it comes to the whole thing about culture, right? If I play a Japanese game and it just brings a bunch of NFL stuff that doesn't exist in Japan, I'd be questioning what the fuck's going on. Like, why is there U.S. references in my Japanese game. It doesn't make sense. And you see this all the time, but yet it's like when you see people do like talk about The Witcher or like Doom, right? Doom was a good one that I came across here recently, right? It was like The Witcher. What made Why were people mad about The Witcher? Because there were a lot of black people. Like, yeah, something that took place in Sweden at a time where African people were not known to exist at the time. Will not have black people. That's practically how that works. Doom, okay? Like I've been seeing this a lot with Doom, right? Doom was like I see people going like, why is it not like why can't I make Doom guy black? Like the story's fat. You play Doom, any of the Doom games, right? You barely have any story. Most of your gameplay is I have to kill demon, get to an objective, and try to do something. That's always been Doom. That's why you don't get like LGBTQ characters in the fucking game because you can't fucking go like, oh, I'm just trying to make this a character. Like I'm just trying to get here. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay, you are playing a game to go through all levels exterminating demons. Okay, if it doesn't have much of a story, you can't. It doesn't matter if he's black, Asian, gay, lesbian, woman. It doesn't make no fucking sense. Okay, you can't say that a fucking character that has very little story be better if you changed anything about it. It's fucking stupid to say that. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I will be making more to this series when I come across more and more dumber shit. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.